In this week's episode of Crystal Bytes, I am going to answer the question, do your crystals talk to each other? The short answer is yes. Yes, they do. They talk a lot to each other. They enjoy socializing with each other, actually. And one of the reasons why I want to answer this question is that a lot of people aren't really aware that all your crystals are working together. They're familiar with each other, and there are some crystals that work really well together, and there are some crystals that don't work so well together. So when you are creating a medicine bag or a wand or any sorts of these crystal-like things, or a pendant or whatever, it's really important to, at least I feel it's important, to make sure that you are using crystals that are compatible with each other and who like to work with each other. Because who wants to go to work with people that you don't like? Nobody really does. People do it, but you don't really like it. So why subject your crystals to that kind of thing, right? And some people are going to say, well, aren't crystals all unconditional love? Or aren't crystals all benevolent beings? And yes, they are. However, if you want to maximize the effect that your crystals have in your life and with you, then you have to use your crystals together wisely and in ways that make sense. And if your crystal can be more powerful when it is placed or paired or with another crystal, then use that combination. So one of my favorite techniques to do for this, and when I was first learning, I'll give you when I was first learning how I do it, because now I just kind of look at them and I feel into it and I ask them. But when I first started, I held what was called a crystal council. At least that's what I call it. And now there's people who run crystal councils to talk about crystals, but this is what I would do. I would get all the crystals together that I wanted to work with, and I would literally line them up, and then I would start to move them around in ways that felt good, and I would pay really, really close attention to the types of energy that they were giving me. So sometimes I would start to group them, and I would minus one crystal from the group, and I would see how that felt to me. And then I would adjust it accordingly, and I would just try to make the best combination that I could. And that's really what started me on, that's one of the things that started me on being able to intuitively connect to the crystals in such a deep way, is I started asking them and paying attention. Do you work well with this other crystal? Does this other crystal suit you? What crystals would benefit you? And sometimes I would find that there were only 2 crystals out of a group of 20 that would work together. And that was it. They were just like, this is it, this is all I want, that's where I'm at. And sometimes I would find combinations of like 5 or 6 crystals that would work really well together. And I started to tune into them and ask them, well, what do you do? What are you going to do for my body? Where do you want to go? And they would start to tell me, oh, I want to be a pendant, or I want to be a grid, or whatever. So holding crystal council is really important, and it will really develop your intuition, your connection with crystals, and allow them to drastically affect your life, because crystals are a very powerful tool when we know how to work with them. They've totally changed my life, and that's why I do what I do. So this week's homework assignment, because I'm giving you a homework assignment this week, is to hold crystal council with various crystals that you work with and see what's up. Hold council with even your jewelry, that amethyst necklace with the selenite earrings. I don't even know if they make selenite earrings, but if they did, would they go together? I don't know, but I want to find some selenite earrings now, because that would be awesome. Have a good week, guys. Bye.